Ostend, the city near the sea, welcomes the Derbigum Dragon Gold Cup. Dragon is a precious one designed sailing boat. The pedigree goes way back into the 20s of the last century. Admire the traditional line and the elegance. The Gold Cup is the biggest sailing event on the calendar.
The success of the Derbigum Dragon Gold Cup in Ostend was quite good. We saw about sailors from 14 different countries. We had 70 boats. The onshore events were great. The offshore events concerning the weather, it was more difficult. But when we're talking about the offshore events, the offshore racing, Mr. Henry Antoine, our international race officer, did a marvelous job. He created 4 splendid races.
The Dragon Association is also an important promoter of friendship amongst the sailors all over the world.
Dragon sailor, Mr. Jacques Rowe, our patron, said it before, may the games begin.
She covers her face from the sun.
Almost 80 boats prepare each day to go out on the North Sea and sail one race. The sea, the waves and the tidal currents add an extra challenging element to each race. This is a competition for the best crews in the world. A team of specialists put out a complete race course. The direction of this course is based on the wind. It's up to the sailors in their almost equal boats to get the best out of it. Right after the start, the fleet beats to the wind.
Wind conditions pretty good, and nice race, I think, for everybody. Yeah.
Then the fleet sails downwind with their colorful spinnakers hoisted. Every wind shift is announced to the sailors.
It's a lovely day, beautiful sail weather, the course was okay, field was okay, beautiful sail.
Great day, but the result was not that good. How come? Well, the first beat we thought we are on the right track, but in the end, the last 1/3 of the race, we messed up.
Well, the thrilling moment when we all enjoyed and celebrated was actually crossing the finish line, because you never know you've got it until the end. I always felt we were going to be in the top 5 today, which is still a fantastic result. And we've won odd races with Ted in Douarnenez and other regattas, but this is the most important and the biggest by far that we've ever won, a Gold Cup race, and I think also it's the Borgie Barson Trophy on today. I think it is. And at 78, I mean, he's not getting any younger, and I think we'll dine well tonight.
We won the race, so that's always nice. We like the strong wins, so it was nice to see that we had some good wins today. So we had a very good day. The waves were not actually very big, but it was very choppy because the current and the wind was against each other, so it was very steep waves. It was very difficult to really get the boat moving because it was stopped all the time.
And what's to come? What's for the following days, you think?
I mean, it will be very close and very tough. I mean, and I think the weather will be a very important factor in all this. So, I mean, of course, we hope that we can keep the boat in one piece. If the weather forecast stays like it is, it will mean we'll have a lot of very strong winds. So, I mean, the important thing is to keep things together and keep calm.
Now for today. For today it's very bad because we have a wind between 28 and 35 and gust between 32 and 45. From 10 in the morning and 1800. For example, at 1400, 32 and 44 gust. So you can use your credit card in town.
It was good races, little bit one-sided, because nobody counted on the tide, but it was good. Yeah.
And then we were around, we were within the 21st boats at the first mark, and that was really thrilling for me to see that we were able to compete with the best of the world actually.
Dus nu hebben ze mij gevraagd om een maquette van een boot te realiseren. En ik heb dat met veel plezier aanvaard, omdat UNICEF dat waard is. Het meest uitdagende was om mijn kunst te vergeten en mij volledig in te leven in het kind. En in het water, in de zee ook. Want er moest een combinatie gemaakt worden van de twee.
After 3 long days of postponement, the last 2 races will be sailed on the last day of the Gold Cup.
Three youngsters, the 3 Bs, received the voucher from our Belgian Dragon Association. They were facilitated to have a dragon on their own. They've got free coaching from Stavros, who did a splendid job. Now the result of all this is that those 3 youngsters who came out of dinghies are in love with dragon racing. So in the end, that's the reason we want to race, as we want to sail dragon, is that we also got youngsters in our class, and I hope that our friends next year in Kinsale on the next Dragon Gold Cup, that they will do the same.
Like a simple waste of time, we heard the sirens wailing.
The tension is high.
The wood had lost its smile. We spend our days together, high and far.
More than one cup is at stake. The Gold Cup goes to the overall winner, but the non-professional sailors are aiming at the Corinthian trophy. In the remains of a storm-swept sea and crossing waves, everyone is pushing their boats to a maximum.
Does it mean nothing? Does it mean nothing? We heard the rain on the window, like a simple oyster tune. We heard the sirens wailing. I knew they'd comfort you. We spend our days in heaven, dying for everything. Oh, we knew it was over when the needle.
Former Gold Cup winner Jürgen Schöner from Denmark wins the 4th race, his 2nd top performance in Ostend.
We spend, does it mean nothing? Does it mean nothing? All the words we said, all the time we spent, does it mean nothing? Does it mean?
While these precious jewels are safely prepared for their long trip back home, the jury and the race officers calculate the final outcome. Bunker Boys wins this year's Derbigum Dragon Gold Cup. The Ukrainians had the world-famous sailor Marcus Wieser at the helm.
First place of the nations, Russia, with 181 points.
Dear Dragon sailors, dear organizers, on behalf of Russian Dragon Fleet, I want to thank first of all the organizers, because it was a very difficult job. And yesterday, as the hesitation was there to send us out or not to send, I'm very thankful they didn't send us out.
First prize, very nice name, Emmy from United Kingdom. The winner of this Gold Cup, #1, Bunker Queen from Ukraine, Ukraine 7 with 31 points.
So I want to make a short speech today. I must say we all had a difficult week here. So we had 2 gold races and we were quite far back in the ranking list after 2 races, and Jürgen Schöner, he was launched, and Anatoly, Markus Brennecke and Tim Tavinos, they were still far ahead of us. So we were not expecting to win this Gold Cup, but we knew one stage the breeze will ease down, and we're not super strong in strong breeze, but we make our points in lighter winds, and today we had light breeze or medium breeze, and we could come back, and in the last race, or before we going into the last race, we were not sure how many points we were ahead of Anatoly and these guys.
Perfect color me, extreme ways that help me out late at night.
In the end, I want to thank you all fellow sailors and relations in the Dragon world. It was great to have you here in Ostend, and I hope to see you very soon, somewhere in Europe, somewhere in the world, on another marvelous dragon sail event.
But what I really want to do tonight is to thank everybody who's been involved in the last 2 years in organising this event. Peter de Vries, Peter, you have led this organisation for the last 2 years as the chairman of the Belgian Dragon Association. I know it's not just you, I know it's a vast number of people. Most of you I know, and I'd love to thank you all personally, because you've all done a fantastic job. I think you will all accept that Henri did a fantastic job in enabling us actually to have a Gold Cup this week. The elements are against him, but we got 4 races in. They were 4 good races, and I'm sure the winners have deserved everything they've achieved. And that's as a result of the race officer and all of his team. So thank you, all of the people in the race management team.
Derbigum is a multinational company specialized in added value, ecological added value for flat roofs. You know, life is not always about pure business. A lot of emotions has to do with it. I'm born in Ostend. Met my first girlfriend in Ostend. I have my heart lost in Ostend. I learned sailing and dragons, so when we got the opportunity to step in as the lead sponsor, we had no hesitation whatsoever. Every day I'm either on site or watch it on the internet. Unfortunately, we had 2 days of bad weather, but that's like in business, you have to be patient sometimes. I've seen the pictures on the big screen, and I have to say it's absolutely spectacular. I have sponsored in my previous career other big races like Admiral's Cup and Tour de France, so I'm very familiar with the kick it can give you.
Switching on this film today. Euphoria was washed away.